welcome to Reanimator Reviews. We just saw The Monkey, which is in theaters right now. It's a new John from Osgood Perkins, based off a short story by Stephen King. And let's talk about it. You had asked me to explain it to you as if you're a 4-year-old with a lemonade stand because someone fell asleep in the movie theater because they may or may not have housed a large popcorn.
No, it's because I didn't like the movie.
He was not a fan of most of the movie.
Yes.
There's aspects that you really enjoyed. The movie starts out with a set of twins, Bill and Hal, and it doesn't even really start out with Bill and Hal. It more starts out with their dad, and he has the monkey, and he's trying to rid himself of the monkey, and it doesn't go well. But
By
it's like
selling it at a pawn shop.
and the guy conveniently has a no children's toys thing on the wall. So like, how often does that happen? I guess often enough to make a sign, like a really well-made sign. And after rifling through his stuff, the dad's stuff, the boys find this random ass monkey that, what was it like? Not
It's like a drum thing.
it's like a circus, one of those like creepy
Organ grinder
monkey in more ways than one. It wasn't like lifelike, it said like life, which is interesting, play on words. And after turning the key, horrible things happen, and it just kind of seems to call to Hal in general. After a lot of mishaps, they end up like not having any communication for a while. Hal has,
I think it said 25 years.
25 years later.
Essentially.
Yeah. Hal has a kid. He sees the kid once a year.
On his birthday.
On his birthday. For what he said, like a week. And
yeah.
he gets dragged back into all this monkey business. Ha 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 ha. And that's the movie. Essentially.
Essentially, yeah. So every time they turn the key, some terrible death occurs,
or several,
and they can't control who dies, which is apparent when somebody close to them dies as a result of them turning the key to try to get somebody else to die.
Yeah.
All right, what did you like about it? We'll start with that, because I could go on with everything I hate about this movie.
So obviously what I liked about it was all the kill scenes. The special effects were great. It was hilarious. And I was laughing in parts where, like, I'm not really sure I was supposed to be laughing, but I was.
Yeah.
Just because it was, like, so ridiculously over the top. Like, it had that vibe of Final Destination and also Home Alone, where it's, like, you see things moving and you're just waiting for it to happen. Like, you know it's about to happen, you're waiting for it to happen, and it's like, oh, this knocks this over, this happens, and then that happens, and then those two guys are trying to break into your house on Christmas, but you're dancing with cardboard cutouts, so it's okay.
Rube Goldberg.
Yeah, lots of that.
Which, if you've watched our channel for a while, you'll remember the one time I called it the Bill Goldberg, which is not correct.
It's close, but it's not quite there.
I love the kills in it all. Also, I really did that. That was the part of the movie that I really liked. But the other thing were the random cameos. Adam Scott, Elijah Wood. Like, it was just, they weren't in the movie very long. But you were just like, wait, hold on. Is that... Because while we're watching it, she leans over and goes, is that the guy from Parks and Rec? I'm like, it is. Random. What didn't you like about it?
I didn't like... It was... So... When they were kids, it was supposed to be in 1999, and the way that the kids were acting for most of it, like, wasn't really how I remember kids acting in 1999. Like, the one thing I pointed out when he, like, goes to shake his hand, he's like, huh, and I was like, no, the correct response would have been one of these under your belly button line, and then you get to punch the person. Mm-hmm. And then I found out that there's a way that you can break that so you don't get punched and you get to punch. So no one told me that when I was a kid, so I was kind of annoyed about that. I didn't like the Stephen King dialogue. Like, I'm not a big fan of Stephen King's writing. I'm just not into it. It's not me, it's him. Like, I can't do it. And it's just like, it feels tedious to me. And then hearing that, like, being in a movie as the dialogue was like, it feels like Stephen King's writing.
It had the same problem. The
Mm-hmm.
movie, it had the same problem. And yeah, like, I like the Stephen King story. I hate how he picks his dialogue. It's so, I don't know, childish and honestly stupid.
It's like convoluted to me. It just keeps going, and you're like, meh.
I like so. The thing I didn't like about this movie is I don't think there were enough of these Rube Goldberg like crazy Final Destination like kills. There weren't enough of them. Like the ones that were in there were great, but I feel like it was so focused on being like a serious drama story, and then it was like bang, hilarious death, bang, hilarious death, and it's like pick one or the other. I don't want to, like, I literally came to this movie solely for these like crazy weird, like, something falls down and lands on something and that shoots this thing across the room, and like, that's what I came here for. I didn't come here for some dramatic story between twin brothers, surviving death together with a possessed toy. Like, you didn't need to go that deep into stuff. Like, it was just, I don't know, I just did not like it. So what would you rate this movie?
I will say too, I would probably cut like a good half hour out of this.
All of the story.
And I feel like they did that thing where they put a lot of the really good kills in the trailer.
That too.
Which is a bummer. Like, there's one specific kill, like my favorite kill that I don't want to spoil, that was not in the trailer, and it was disgusting. It was horrific. I loved it. But I was like, what? Like, I wanted to see more, because that's what I thought we were, like, I thought that's what this ride was. And, I mean, it was, but it wasn't, like, as much as I wanted.
Like, the trailer was more the crazy kills to story in the trailer was so much higher percentage than in the actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's only, like, 2 or 3 of the kills that weren't in the trailer, to be honest.
And some of them you didn't even really get to enjoy. You just saw the aftermath and you were like, I don't know. Okay.
The camping one.
The camping one, yeah. And also, like, what is Stephen King's thing with twins? What is that about?
Very true.
Because there's that one...
Does he have, like, a hidden twin that he keeps, like, locked up in a cage somewhere?
Maybe it's, like, in Total Recall.
Oh, it's just like...
He's like, open your mind.
That's who actually writes all of this.
Yeah.
Is the twin attached to his chest.
Quado?
I forget the name.
I think that was his name. Just gives him a little tiny typewriter and he's like...
But, yeah. So what would you rate the movie?
I would probably give it... I'd say like 2.5 out of 5. Like, I would watch this again, but I'd probably fast forward to the parts that like don't have horrific deaths in them. I really enjoyed like the way that they were choreographed and like pulled off, and the reactions were just like hilarious. Like, it was really funny when it was happening, and I don't know what that says about me as a person.
The funniest reaction for me is the non-reaction from the one where he just takes off his glasses and is like, it's like he's just so used to it by now.
I just got this shirt.
I would give this a 1.5 out of 5. The only thing that saved it were the kills. The kills that we saw were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They were hilarious. Stephen King once said that horror and comedy are Siamese twins. So in order to have a really good horror movie, there has to be some type of funny aspect to it. You can't just use like straight like crazy horror the whole time. So they did this in a really funny way. So I would give it a 1.5 out of 5. If it would have doubled at least if there were just more kills in it, and kills that we didn't see in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not watch this again, but if she was watching it, I would sit down and wait for the kill scene and then leave.
You would wait for me to fast forward to the part I really wanted to see. Also, like, side note, if you ever get fish hooks in you or puncture your skin with metal or anything that has rust, that harbors tetanus. So get a tetanus shot, and also don't ever clean open wounds with alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. That's such a bad idea. And I feel like this movie really illustrates that.
It happens in the movie, guys.
Yeah. And
she immediately was angry in the
I'm
movie
like,
theater.
don't put that in your... Don't even, like, people pour, like, peroxide on cuts. Don't do that. That damages the skin cells. Like,
the more you know.
The more you know. Knowledge is power. Soap and water. Keep it clean. If it looks infected, go to Express Care.
Anyway.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that concludes our review. Tell them where to find us.
You can find us on Facebook at Reanimator Reviews, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Reanimator. That's my TikTok. It's also super fun, super stupid. Lots of cats. Oh, you can find our reviews in audio form as well via iTunes. Thank you to the Farsighted Network. Please don't forget to check out all of their awesome creators and content as well. And where can I find you?
You can find me on Twitch, Kick, and Twitter under Repeat Viking. Come join the mayhem that is my nightly life. So, you know, I would tell people to watch this movie once. Just don't pay to do it. Wait for it to come out on streaming. It will.
And also, apparently Longlegs is on Disney Plus.
My favorite thing I found.
Wait, does that mean that Longlegs is a Disney princess?
Does that mean that the monkey's going to end up on Disney Plus too?
Oh, maybe.
Because they're both Osgood Perkins.
I hope so.
Osgood Perkins?
Osgood Perkins, yeah.
Well, I wish his movie was good.
I wish that Nicolas Cage would have been in The Monkey.
For one part.
For him, like, to just be screaming the monkey.
Monkey!
Or bees.
Oh, God.
I would like that. I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, we want Nicolas Cage in every single movie.
No, that's true.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye! Yeah, so let's talk about it. The movie starts out, there's cats fighting in the hallway.
What the